because that family group was still there. They're just more spread out. But this one stand I was bow hunting, and I'm a row into the corn, and I've got my camera set up, and I call the coyotes out into this waterway. They get across, couldn't get drawn for a shot because they were kind of looking my way. I howl at them. The call's in the middle of the way. It's probably 15 yards wide, maybe.
Hmm.
And the pair starts howling, comes out. They're on the edge of the corn, wide open. Both howl for probably a minute straight. And when I drew my bow, right as the second coyote steps out on the video, you can kind of hear this rattling sound, and my arrow came unknocked, and was so I'm full draw, and this thing's just rattling around in my quiver with my other arrows. So I'm standing there with these coyotes dead to rights howling at me, full draw, and I'm looking trying to figure out what happened because I heard it and I didn't really see what happened.
Didn't equate two and two.
I'm like, so I'm trying not to spook them or dry fire my bow while they're standing there howling at me at 15 yards. So, yeah, that
That's
would
gonna
haunt.
suck.
I got
Yeah.
a couple of those bow hunting ones that kind of haunt me, but as far as hunting them in that kind of terrain, yeah, that's an incredible setup.
Well, I've got one kind of. I mean, it's not exactly how I just explained it to you, but it's similar, and I've kind of went back and forth on, if I've got some time. Although I'm gonna be out of town the next 2 weeks, but I've got some time. I'd like to maybe go try it, and I was kind of thinking, well, do I set up? Let's say, once again, we pretend it's a square. The north end is where your timber is, where I believe that they're denned up, and so I was like, well, I could set, like, let's say 40 yards back in the waterway facing the timber and the corn edge, or do I get to the edge of the timber and the corn and look down the corn,
Mhm. What's on the
and then the waterways to my left, edge of the corn on the waterways to my left, and I kind of have two potential shooting spots, but
what's
I've
on the
kind of went
nor-
back and forth.
what's on the north side of that tree row?
North side of that tree row would be more corn.
So
And so,
something you could do there
or
is to
actually, I think it's beans. Yeah. So I'm corn, and then there's the timber line, which is probably like 4 to 7 yards wide, which is thick, and I got a bunch of down, like, pushed in trees and crap. Very coyote.
too
And
thick.
then beans on the other side. Yeah, it'd be kind of too thick for, like, to get in, I would say.
Okay. Is there
Uh,
is there any kind of a buffer, like an open space between the tree row and the beans, or the beans put
no.
up?
So this would be like the one. So the tree row and the beans is going to be pretty tall grass, and in between the corn and the tree row is going to be nice and, like, dirty, like,
Okay.
just like you were talking about. Like, my side's the ideal side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would probably, if I was gonna hunt the tree row and the corn, you'd almost want like a west wind where the wind's going from the coyotes to you. If you
Yeah.
enter from the east, can you enter from the east side?